This
uh,
conference will now be recorded.
free goods, and we finished discussing about free goods. Today we'll discuss about a new concept which is delivery scheduling. So delivery scheduling is part of availability check. So let's see how this delivery scheduling works. Because see, whenever we're creating a sales order, we say system will automatically determine the delivery date and quantity, right? System will automatically determine delivery date and quantity. So how system is able to do that? How system is able to deliver? Yeah. So whenever we create a sales order, system is determining confirmed quantity plus confirmed delivery date. So how it is possible? How system is able to like propose that particular confirmed quantity and delivery date? That is with this concept called as delivery scheduling. So delivery scheduling will allow us to confirm the quantity and delivery date into the sales order. For this, system will use couple of parameters. So there are total 5 parameters what system will be using to propose the delivery date and confirmed quantity. So what are these parameters? The first parameter is pick pack time. If you remember, we have discussed this at the time of a shipping point in enterprise structure configuration. And we have loading time. Okay, one more is loading time. So loading time we have discussed at the time of shipping point. So pick pack time and loading time we discussed both at the time of shipping point. We maintain it in the shipping point. Can we maintain it other than the shipping point? Anyone? Pick pack time and loading time. Can we maintain other than uh, shipping point? Is it possible? Anyone? Can we maintain it other than shipping point? We already discussed it at the time of shipping point, enterprise structure configuration shipping point. We discussed it. So if it is not maintained in pick pack time and loading time, but still system is considering the values, that means it might be maintained in route determination, right? Then next is RLT, replenishment lead time, which we discussed in MRP3 view. That means how much time it will take for the business to arrange the material if it is not available. So these three parameters is called as delivery scheduling. And these two parameters is called as transportation scheduling under the LE module. So this is mandatory. For any order, this is mandatory, but transportation scheduling is optional. We could activate it or no. So the next is transit time. Transit time. That means this is the journey time taken from point A to point B. That means from the shipping point to customer's unloading point. So how much time it will take for the journey, the transport time. That is the transit time, which we call it as TT. And this will be determined from route determination in the logistics execution module. Then we have transportation lead time, TLT. This is nothing but wherever you see lead time is nothing but wait time, whether it is a replenishment lead time or it's a transportation lead time, any lead time is a wait time. So transportation lead time is, let's say you want to arrange a truck, you book a Uber. When you book a Uber, what says? It says maybe arriving in next 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever it is. That is a waiting time, that is a lead time, right? So whenever you book some transportation, maybe you book a vessel, you book a cargo, you book a truck, anything it could be. So you have to wait, right? Sometimes the containers may take even months to be available, right? So transportation lead time, you should also include this. So if you want to propose a delivery, then you need to include all these 5 parameters. RLT is optional because RLT will be picked up only when the materials are not available. If materials are available, then system will not consider this, right? So this concept is complete theoretical. We'll learn using scenarios how we could use this particular parameters to determine confirmed quantity plus confirmed delivery date. So scenario one. First, we are discussing only delivery scheduling. We are not including transportation scheduling. We are including only delivery scheduling. Okay. So the first scenario is you could see the parameters. Pick pack time is 3 days. Okay. Pick pack time is 3 days. Loading time is 2 days, and RLT 10 days. That means to pick and pack the material, it will take 3 days. To load the goods onto any transportation, it will take 2 days. And RLT, if material is not available, it will take 10 days to make that available. So we are including only first three parameters now. Later we'll include other two parameters. So in MD04, we have checked the stock and 100 quantity is available. Material 100 is available. So first order received for this material 60 quantity. So do we have quantity? Anyone? Is material available?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Right? Total 100 quantity is available, right? Out of that 60 is confirmed. The next available is 40 quantity. Out of 160 is consumed, 40 is available. Now, this is order creation date. Order creation date, the terminologies are important in this concept. 10th December, this is the order creation date, and this is the order requirement, and this is CRDD, customer requested delivery date. That means whenever we create a sales order, first system will consider CRDD. When system will consider CRDD? When the materials are available. Here 40 quantity is available, right? So system considers CRDD. If materials are not available, then system will consider material staging date. We call it as material staging date. System will consider material staging date if the quantity is not available. If quantity is available, then it is CRDD, right? So order requirement is 40, available quantity is 40. So system always will start backwards. That means from CRDD calculation. This is called as backward scheduling. So in the backward scheduling, system always starts with CRDD. You could see 13th is the CRDD minus 2. What is 2 here? So do we need RLT in this scenario? Anyone?
No, sir. We already have the stock.
Right? We already have the enough stock, right? Order requirement is 40 and quantity is 40. So we don't need an RLT. Okay. Then next, uh, so let's start the backward scheduling. When you start the backward scheduling, 13 CRDD minus 2. What is 2? Loading time, because we are coming backwards, right? So loading 11. 11 minus 3, that is pick pack time, that is 8. 11 minus 3, that is 8. 8 is called as proposed date. This proposed date always should be in future with comparing to the order creation date. Can we do a delivery on 8th December when the order date itself is 10th? Is it possible to do a delivery on 8th? That's in past,
No.
right? Not possible. So your proposed date should be always in future considering to the today's date or order creation date. But here the proposed date is beyond order creation date. So what happens? Backward scheduling will fail. Then system starts forward scheduling. Forward scheduling will be always from the order creation date. Okay. So 10th is order creation date plus 3 forward plus 3, 13, then plus 2. Materials are available. You don't need RLT. Plus 2 loading time. That will be 15th. That means even though, Ali, can you please mute? So even though the material quantity is available, but it's not possible to do a delivery on 13th because system has to consider this parameter. So what is the best date we could do a delivery for this order? Only on 15th, right? Our calculation is correct, right? It is 15th. But you see in the system, it is 16th. Okay. So where you see the screen in the sales order, that's nothing but schedule lines. This screen is nothing but schedule lines where system is performing all this activity in the schedule lines tab under line item schedule lines tab. You see, whenever first system started backwards and failed, right? That is 13 CRDD. When backward scheduling failed, it is 0. Then system starts forward scheduling, and forward scheduling will come only when backward scheduling is failed. Only when backward scheduling is failed, then forward scheduling will be available, right? So the next is, yeah, you understood this, right? Why system is showing a different date here? Anyone? Why system is showing a different date?
Schedule is failed and forward schedule is calculated.
No, this particular date, 16. Our calculation is 15, right? That's a correct calculation. But why system is showing 16th here,
Sir, it might be a non-working day.
right? So to
Sunday.
understand this, concept, you should have a good idea on the calendar. Okay, you have a better idea on the calendar so that you will be knowing how the calendar functions and why system is proposing such date. So why system is proposing a future date here, that is on 16th, but our calculation is 15th, right? Correct. But why system is proposing 16th? Because there might be a holiday in between. That is the reason system is proposing a future date, right? So I hope you understood the calendar, right? So you know why it is proposing a different date. If you don't understand this calendar, why system is proposing a different date, then make calendar all days as working days. Okay, make the calendar as all the days working days, so that you will not have this particular confusion. Okay, you will not have a confusion if you make all days as working days. But if you have a confusion how this is proposing, then make all days as working days, right? So this is the first scenario. So let's move on to the second scenario. So second scenario is similar scenario, just like scenario one, but only thing is a little longer CRDD. You could see here the CRDD is on 18. So let's see how this works. Everything is same. Parameters are same. Material availability is same. First order 60, then 40 is available. Order creation date, then CRDD. Only CRDD is changed here. So the system started backwards. 18 minus 2, 16. 16 minus 3, 13. We don't need RLT anyway here because materials are available. So 13 comparing to the order creation date is in future. You see, backward scheduling success. System don't need to go for forward scheduling. So any, and you also see this 8, 19. So any day, the proposed date should be in future to the order creation date or today's date. Then only backward scheduling will be success, right? Then third scenario, we have 100 quantity, but out of 100, 60 and 40 consumed. That means all the 100 quantity is consumed. No material is available, 0. Order creation 10, order requirement 50, CRDD 20. So system started calculation backwards. 20 minus 2, 18. 18 minus 3, 15. So 15, when it compared to order creation date, is in future. But do we have stock? Do we have stock? No, right?
No.
There's no stock. So what happened? System has pulled RLT. Okay, so on 15th, it is comparing to order creation date in future, but there is no quantity. So system started pulling RLT and system is proposing on 5th. And you see this 5th is in past. So backward scheduling has been failed. Then system started forward scheduling and able to deliver on 25th. But because of holidays, you see it is proposing on 27th. It is done through the forward scheduling here now, right? So that's how this, this particular delivery scheduling works with various parameters. Let's take scenario number 4. So scenario number 4 is just like 3, but a little longer CRDD here. You see here, there is no material available. 100, 100 is done. Order requirement is 50. CRDD is 30. 30 minus 2, 28. 28 minus 3, 25. In past, but do we have quantity? 0, right? No quantity. So system pulled RLT. And 15th is the proposed date and it is in future. So you see only forward backward scheduling, no forward scheduling. Only single line you will see if the backward scheduling is success. Then scenario number 5, partial delivery. Okay. So 130 quantity is available. Out of that 60 and 40 is consumed. So 30 quantity will be available, right? Out of this 30 quantity will be available. Then order requirement is 50. Order creation date is 10th. CRDD is 20. So system started calculating backwards. 20 minus 2, 18. 18 minus 3, 15. But on 15, what quantity is available? Only 30. So system first confirmed 30. On 22nd, you could see. And for whatever the quantity is not available, another 20, system has given a future date using the forward scheduling, pulling the RLT. Right? This is scenario 5. Scenario 5. The next is scenario 6. Scenario 6. Scenario 6 is just like above scenario 5, but a little change in the quantity availability. So scenario 6, 130 quantity is available, 60/40 is consumed, but very short CRDD. Earlier it was a lengthy CRDD, but now it's a very short CRDD. So what happened? Obviously this will be failed, right? Because 14 minus 2, 12, 12 minus 3, 9. Obviously not possible. So partial quantity, first 30 is available on 17th and the rest of the quantity, both forward scheduling. You see this? Both forward scheduling because the backward scheduling has been failed. Right? This is scenario 6. Now, scenario 7, let us switch off the partial delivery. Anyone, where is that option to switch off partial delivery or only complete delivery? Where do we have this option? Anyway,
At
where
document
do we
type
have this?
complement.
Customer master, right? In customer master shipping tab under partial quantity, right? You remember there is an option called as partial quantity. So that's where we have this option. Okay. So that is where we could switch off the or activate or deactivate the complete delivery or partial delivery. So scenario 7, let us activate complete delivery. So in customer master, complete delivery is mandatory. Partial delivery is not allowed. Okay. Allowed. No, it's not allowed. So in scenario 7, you see 130 quantity is available, but out of that 130 quantity, 60 and 40 is consumed, that is 100. That means 30 is available, but order requirement is 50, right? Order requirement is 50. And CRDD is also longer CRDD. 20 minus 2, 18. 18 minus 3, 15. On 15, how much quantity we have? 30. But complete delivery is active. Because of this complete delivery active, we cannot do partial delivery because we need another 20 quantity. So for that reason, backward scheduling has been failed and system pulled RLT and confirmed the complete quantity in the forward scheduling. Okay, all the 50 quantity in the forward scheduling, right? So this is scenario 7 where we are going with complete delivery so that backward scheduling is failed and forward scheduling it was success. Okay. The next is scenario 8. The next is scenario 8. So scenario 8. So in scenario 8, what we are trying to do is we are switching out the RLT itself. Okay. So until now we are saying that if materials are not available, then we are pulling RLT and giving a date in future date, right? But now what we are trying to do is we are switching off that particular RLT itself. That means if materials are not available, then just leave that order as a open order. Just leave the order as a open order. So how that is possible? Let's see. So where is this particular option to switch off the RLT? That we'll see it in the next session when it comes to the availability check under the transaction code called as OVZ9. Under the transaction OVZ9, we'll see this, right? But let us switch off this RLT. Let's consider that we switch off the RLT. That means there is no RLT available. There is no RLT available. So now what happened? You see, 130 quantity is available. Order creation date is 12th December. 60, 40, 30. That means 130. All the quantity is consumed. Order requirement is 0. Availability is 0. Order requirement is 50. A very short CRDD, right? So, and there is no RLT as well. So complete order has been failed. So system will leave this order as a open order. It will leave this order as a open order. The next is scenario 9. This is also a partial delivery quantity, but there is no RLT. Order requirement is 50, but system will confirm only 30 because out of 160, 60, 40, 30, total 130 quantity has been consumed. Only 30 is available, right? But order requirement is 50, no RLT. So system consumed only confirmed only 30 quantity, right? So this is delivery scheduling with all the three parameters. Now let us go with including the another two parameters, that is TT and TLT. Okay, TT and TLT. So where do we include the TT and TLT? That is transit time and transportation lead time. That is under the logistics execution, SPRO logistics execution. You just go and you will see this menu path, and there you could put the 5 days and 7 days, right? So now TT and TLT are TT and TLT are 5 days and 7 days. Now let us include all the three parameters. So let us do this. So let's see how this works. So this scenario now, you see all the parameters are active: pick pack time 3 days, loading time 2 days, and RLT 10 days, and transit time 5 days, and transportation lead time as 7 days, right? All the parameters are active. 160 quantity is available, 60, 40, 30. 130 quantity is consumed and only 30 is available. And order requirement is also 30. And order creation date is 13th. CRDD is 19th. So system started calculating complete backwards. Now system is including even the TT and TLT, right? So in a leg of transportation, the last comes with the transit time. So what is the transit time here? 5 days. So 19, that is CRDD minus 5, transit time 14, 14 minus 2. Here materials are available, right? So first thing is we don't need RLT. Okay. So 14, 19 minus 5, 14, 14 minus 2, 11. What should be before to the loading time? Anyone? What before to the loading time? What is the parameter we should have in general? In general, what is the parameter we should have before to loading?
Picking and packing.
Picking and packing, right? But in this case, you see there is no pick and pack, right? Here there is no pick and pack. Why? Why there is no pick and pack here? So the logic is to arrange the truck. How much time it is taking? 7 days, right? TLT, TLT, 7 days. So will you wait for 7 days and then start picking and packing? Is it wise to do that? No,
No.
right? So what we do, we include this pick and pack into the TLT. So 7 plus loading time, okay, 7, okay, 7 plus 2, that is uh, loading time and transit time. That's it. System has taken only three parameters in this scenario. Why? Because 7 days it will take truck to arrive. Then if you start picking and packing, 3 days is waste of time, right? So after 4 days, you start picking and packing. By the truck comes, you can do the loading. That's a wise idea, right? When this is possible, only materials are available. Only if materials are available, then only you can do picking and packing, right? If it is not available, you cannot do that. So if materials are available, then system will include this pick and pack time into the TLT, right? Last scenario, 11th scenario, last scenario, 11th scenario, same parameters, everything is same. Only thing is quantities are not available. 160, 60, 40, 60. 160 is available, consumed, and only 50 quantity is available. So 50 quantity available, and order creation 12, CRDD is 18. So do we have stock here? 160, 160, 0, right? 160 consumed. There is no stock available actually here, right? So obviously system has to pull RLT. That means backward will be obviously failed, right? So system has gone with the forward scheduling. 13 plus 10, that is RLT. 23 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5. But where is the 7? TLT. Where is the 7? So what happens in the scenario if the materials are not available? In this case, materials are not available, right? So will you wait for 10 days to manufacture the material, then do the pick and pack? Then will you wait for another 7 days for truck? And once the truck comes, then you will do loading. Is it wise? No, right? So this TLT you can include into this, right?
No.
Okay, TLT. So you know that it will take 10 days to manufacture and 3 days to pick and pack. Then again, why to waste 7 days for the truck to come? You could include that into this, right? So if materials are not available, system will take RLT plus PP. If materials are available, earlier scenario, what we discussed, system will take TLT. Got the scenario, everyone? Any question on this? If materials are not available, then TLT, RLT plus PP. If materials are available, then TLT. Okay. So these are the 11 scenarios for us to understand how this process will work, right? So now let's see the configuration. Only one step configuration just to activate delivery scheduling. Only one line configuration. Okay, yeah. Let's go to SPRO, IMG, sales and distribution, sales and distribution, basic functions, delivery scheduling and transportation scheduling, define scheduling by sales document type, then go to the document type, let's say OR, and we activate it here. X means delivery scheduling on. X means delivery scheduling on. If you don't want, you could switch it off, right? So as I told you, three parameters are delivery scheduling, right? TT and TLT comes under transportation scheduling. It's an option. You want to activate it, you could activate it. Under this transportation scheduling, what all included? TT and TLT, transportation lead time and transit time. These two are included into the transportation scheduling. If you wish to have them, you could include it, right? And in some scenarios, your customer can come up with a scenario saying that I want only backward scheduling, no forward scheduling. So if system could not confirm in the backward scheduling, just leave the order as open order, but don't confirm backwards. You see this option? If you activate this backwards, then system will switch off the forward. Okay? So mark this indicator to deactivate forward scheduling. Okay, you could deactivate forward scheduling if you don't want this. Right. So this is the concept of delivery scheduling. Okay, any questions? So please go ahead. This is for today. Any questions? Please go ahead. Any questions, anyone? So this concept we need to include with the availability check and TOR later. So another two concepts, that is TOR and availability check. Once we are done with this concept, you'll get more clarity how actually this works.
Hello.
Right? Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Sir, can you please one show that where we give the TT and TLT period, means in days?
I mentioned, right, this is the menu path.
Okay.
No, one moment. Let me show you. Scenario, this one. SPRO, LE, logistics execution, transportation basics, transportation function, route determinant. So this is the menu path, SPRO.
Sir, so it is basically a configuration of route determination. Am I right?
That's it. Yes.
Okay.
While you're configuring the route itself, you will tell. So what should be the TT and TLT?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So here is Mahesh.
Yeah,
Hello.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Uh,
Our batch didn't get to business process class, like IPO and MPO.
It's uploaded, right?
No, no, not uploaded. April 22
Uh,
batch, not uploaded.
yeah, okay, okay. Let me just check. I hope I remember it's uploaded. I'll check and I'll upload Mahesh.
Okay, sir, thank you. Have a happy group for me also.
Thank you very much.
For this month, the new batch when will it start?
21st.
21st. Okay.
Yeah.
For example, if we
Okay.
have 100 quantity, okay, and we received first order.
And what's the timing of the batch, sir?
Morning 6:15 to 7:15.
Okay.
Hello,
Yeah.
Praveen?
Praveen,
Yes, sir. Your voice is very low. I could not hear you. Someone was asking. I could not see even your name. Ali, go ahead.
Praveen, I pinged up a message in WhatsApp. Please go ahead.
Sure, sure. I'll check and update that, Alex.
Please.
Is there an interpreter? Yeah. So we'll continue today, catch up tomorrow, and we'll continue with availability check. Good day, everyone.
Hello.
Catch up tomorrow. Yeah, you have
Sorry?
questions, please. Go ahead. Go ahead. I
I
can hear
asked
you.
about.
Please.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yesterday I asked about new configuration routine. How can we add new configuration routine?
I answered you
Uh,
yesterday, right? I answered you yesterday.
it said that ABAPer will write the logic, right?
Yes.
Then once ABAPer write logic, will it
You will see
display
that in the list. It will be displayed in the routine list. Just like what you're seeing the routine as 2, 4, 9, 10, 11, right? The same way, the number you will be seeing, and that's where you will select it.
Is it displays automatically or any action required from our side?
It will be updated automatically by the technical consultant.
Okay.
Okay.
Praveen, am I audible?
Yes, yes. Yeah, Venkat. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, just actually I have one doubt. Is that, for example, we have available quantity is 100.
Okay.
Okay, and today when first order has placed around 60 quantity,
Okay.
and for this available stocks is there, and second
Yes.
order has placed around 80. So stock is not so for that second order it will calculated and backward and forward, right?
Both it will calculate it. So first order after 60 days 40 quantity available. System will
Yes.
assign that 40 to the second order, and the second order quantity is 100, right? The other 60 quantity will be in forward scheduling.
Forward scheduling. If third order
If partial.
place,
Yeah.
third order place and quantity is not available, that date shows after the third date, or if after second order date, or this also calculated same dates.
No, after the second order. It's in a future date system will take, because RLT should be calculated there, right? As metal is not available. So system will take RLT and give in a further date.
Is she listening to you? Is she following commands?
Yeah. Just try this scenario so that it will help you to understand how actually it works. You need to understand the logic.
Sure.
So good everyone, and catch up tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll discuss about availability check.
All right, I'll
Good
let
everyone.
I'll make some vacation recommendations. Thank you, Ms.